On the same night, under the same rain, two boys were born. One entered a bright hospital room, filled with advanced machines and soft, calming music. The other entered a crowded, dimly lit clinic, where the old lights flickered uncertainly. The first baby, pristine and delicate, was gently wrapped in luxurious, soft silk. The second was wrapped in an old, worn cloth his mother had carefully brought from home. Neither of them knew it, but life had already placed them on vastly different roads. The first boy was named Ethan. His father was wealthy and respected. When Ethan cried, nurses rushed in immediately. His father looked down at him proudly and said, "My son will never struggle." Across town, the second boy was named Daniel. His father worked construction. His hands were rough, his clothes always dusty. When Daniel cried, his mother held him tightly and whispered, "You will survive." The promises, one about comfort, one about strength. At 5 years old, Ethan's birthday looked like a movie scene. Music, decorations, fireworks lighting up the sky. After the party, he walked into his father's office holding a new toy. "Dad, will you play with me?" His father didn't look up from his laptop. "Not now, I'm busy." Ethan stood there quietly. The house was big, but suddenly, it felt empty. That same day, Daniel turned 5 too. No fireworks, no decorations, just a small plate of rice his mother prepared specially for him. His father lifted him up and said, "Happy birthday, champion." Later that night, rain leaked through the roof. Daniel looked up and asked softly, "Papa, are we poor?" His father knelt down. "We don't have money," he said gently, "but we are not poor in heart." Daniel believed him. As they grew older, their worlds grew further apart. At 8, Ethan threw his game controller across the room. "I'm tired of this one." The next day, a new one replaced it. At 8, Daniel sat on the floor sewing his torn school bag. Because rain had soaked his books, his mother whispered, "I'm sorry." Daniel shook his head. "It's okay, I'll make it last." One complained, one adapted. At 16, Ethan decided to impress his friends. "Let's take my dad's car," he said. They sped through the night. Music loud, laughter high, then a crash. When Ethan woke up in the hospital, his father stood beside him. "Do you understand what you could have lost?" his father asked. Ethan looked away. "But I didn't lose anything." And that was the problem. He didn't lose anything, so he didn't learn anything. That same week, Daniel's father left early for work. "Study hard," he said. "I will," Daniel replied. But by evening, strangers stood in front of their house. A construction accident? No warning, no goodbye. Daniel watched his mother collapse. That night, he sat beside his father's body and whispered, "You promised you would see me succeed." Silence answered him. Childhood ended in that moment. The next morning, Daniel went to the construction site. "I need work," he said. "You're too young," someone replied. Daniel's voice shook. "I don't have the choice to be young." They gave him small tasks. He carried cement. His hands blistered. But at night, he still studied. His mother saw the exhaustion in his eyes. "You don't have to carry everything," she said softly. "If I stop," Daniel replied, "we sink." Years passed. Ethan stepped into his father's company with confidence. Employees stood when he walked in. His future looked guaranteed. Daniel graduated top of his class, but banks rejected his loan applications. Again and again. One evening, holding another rejection letter, Daniel whispered, "Okay, try again." At 25, Ethan sat in his father's office chair. Powerful, protected, untouchable. Across the city, Daniel stood outside a tiny rented office, holding the keys to his first small company. One looked like he had already won. The other looked like he was still fighting. But life has a way of shaking the comfortable and rewarding the prepared. In episode 2, comfort will collapse, strength will rise, and the two boys will finally meet. Don't miss it, because destiny hasn't even started yet.